No, everyone was thinking that. But they couldn't say anything against those people. Soon the old will wither away, and the new generation will take control. So Father Koizumi was the last remaining pillar for the old generation. It's just his death is giving a chance for the new government to step in. The things they couldn't argue openly are now being discussed. Some people pointed out from the beginning that the Alphabet Project was created to satisfy personal reasons of a small group of people, and it sucked money out of the treasury. Then the new generation of politicians take over the old generation. Therefore, all the projects that are related to the Alphabet Project will be reviewed. Of course, the Irie Institution is one of them. Please understand. I understand. We can't research without our sponsors, after all. We'll give you our full cooperation. Irie responds appropriately, but obviously he's bewildered. The best equipment and staff are being provided to the Irie Institution. In other words, our research requires a huge amount of money. Of course it does. For those who are not interested in the Hinamizawa syndrome, they probably won't be able to understand why that much money is being put into the research of disgusting parasites. If they're going to revise the budget, that's okay. We were in fact receiving more than enough money. I'm glad you guys voluntarily took less money. Oh wait, you didn't tell them that you needed all that money. And then it's going to be adjusted. It hurts, but we can endure it. That's what I thought. But enduring isn't the same as a roll of a dice coming up as 1. So even that makes sense. This is definitely a roll of a dice coming up as 1. Anyway, the new board of directors was created in April, and the new decision came up for all related projects. For more details, please look at the paper I'm going to pass out. The papers are being passed around. He starts to go over the details, but I read through quickly so I can learn about their stupid decisions. The Irie Institution has made accomplishments in finding out the mysteries of the Hinamizawa syndrome as well as a cure for the disease. The board of directors are extremely pleased. We acknowledge the efforts of the director Irie and his staff. Thank you. However, he's receiving the congratulatory praise, but the tension mood surrounds me and Irie. It's customary to start with a contradictory statement before moving into the main issue. However, you don't need this much money. If the main issue is something good, then start with something bad. Vice versa for something bad. The Irie Institution had 2 purposes for their research. One was to research the disease and find a cure. The other was to study the possibility of utilizing the disease for military purposes. The new board of directors had decided to stop the latter immediately. In this day and age, to be researching about biological weapons is an Achilles heel to Japan. The Irie Institution must seize all related projects and discard all of its contents. I understand. I comply. Irie replies immediately. Irie was assertive about finding a cure, but he was never even interested in researching its use for military purpose. So I'm sure he had no trouble concurring to such demand. I'm sure Takano is a little more, not willing for that. But I don't agree. There you go. Because the research will be limited towards a cure. To me, researching a cure is simply a byproduct of my goal, which is to unravel the disease. Fuck off, Takano. Also, regarding the Irie Institution, we have decided to have you wrap up the research within the next 3 years. The funding will decrease gradually as well. Wait, please. We only have figured out the mystery of Hinamizawa syndrome recently, and there's a lot more to learn about the disease, so we can create a better cure. That's why. That's why Takano kills Rika. Because her funding's cutting off that year. So it doesn't matter anymore to her. She's like, I can't research anymore because we don't have any money coming in. Might as well kill her. Prove that it's real. We're making a progress, but we can't guarantee we'll come up with a complete cure within 3 years. The board of directors understands that you've already finished the research and created a cure. You've already produced the C-17 vaccine and there is data. No, it's not even close to being completed. We still are testing at this testing stage of C-17. It's far from being able to cure all the villagers. It is obtuse to assume our research is completed when there's a lot more to research. I'm surprised Irie objected. Thanks to him, I didn't have to say anything. But if he didn't, I'm sure I would have stood up in hysteria. In other words, the Irie institution is not capable to cure all the people who are infected or to eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome at this point. Is that right? Yes. Of course, to cure all the villagers and to eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome will be possible in the future, and that is my biggest goal. But I need more time and also funds for that. Our job is to research, conduct, trial and error, and then establish our theories. It's different from making something according to a blueprint. We can't accomplish things in a limited time frame. So please understand that. I guess Irie speaks out when he needs to. And what he's saying is absolutely right. You can't always accomplish something with money and time and research. But I disagree with some points of what Irie said. He is objecting about time and funding, but he is basically agreeing to limit the research only towards the cure for Hinamizawa syndrome. Fuck off, Takano. That won't do. We can't unravel the mystery. The discovery of the Hinamizawa syndrome won't be a great work of my grandfather. I see, I think your point too. Our main purpose is to dispose of the fact that the research was conducted for military purposes completely. So we think that we must forever hide the fact that the research was conducted on the strange disease called the Hinamizawa syndrome as well as its existence. If we can eradicate the disease without anyone knowing about it, then we'll put in necessary time and funds. We'll discuss more about that later, is that okay? Yes, no problem. Then please submit a plan and budget proposal to eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome in secrecy. We'll do our best on our part to okay your proposal. Thank you. I'll work on it immediately. Please don't misunderstand that it's not our intention to stop your research immediately. We want to conclude this research in the best possible way. Please understand that. Yes, of course, I understand. While I was hearing their conversation, I was struck and dumbfounded with one of the statements. To eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome in secret. That's the same as saying the Hinamizawa syndrome never existed. Then my grandfather's name will never be known. Get the fuck over yourself! This is supposed to be good for the people. Get the hell over your selfish ass bitch. The sound of rustling papers and the voice proceeding filled the meeting room. I only hear the ticking clock as I clutch my sweating palms. So her killing a bunch of people is to show that it's real. She needs to get the hell over herself. God, I hate her. I don't care about her past. I don't care. The sheer fact that she's willing to kill 2,000 people just to get her point across. Fuck off. Nope. All of this is after Rena comes. So, not yet. Wait. Oh wait, no. That was, he has to recognize his sin. So I have to do that and that. No, they haven't completed it. They're still testing it. Maybe we should wrap up for the day. I don't think you're in the mood today. Eh? That's not true. Sorry if I gave you that impression. Takano has been looking through the viewfinder, but I haven't seen her push the shutter at all. She came along, but I don't think she is in the mood for birdwatching. Takano has been depressed since the announcement of the new policies at the new board meeting the other day. That's understandable. This Irie institution was created by her in the first place. It was created to devote her life to the research of the Hinamizawa syndrome. All that to be rejected and being asked to wrap up the research within a few years, of course she is depressed. Besides, she can't even spend the rest of the time left on the research. The funding will be cut down gradually, and by the end they'll barely be able to do some cleanups, let alone research things. I hear she is a granddaughter of the late Dr. Takano. You hear? No, she is. Fuck off, Tomitake. And her determination to finish up her grandfather's research is what kept her going until today. Since everything has been so smooth until today, the sudden change in wind direction must have been a total shock. A coup of the masterminds in the government appears to be quite a big one. A new board of directors has been completely changed, and also the personnel shift has been taking place to people or projects that the Koizumi faction used to be involved in as a warning to others. This new wind direction seems to stay for a long time. It's highly unlikely that the Koizumi faction will come back into power, so no matter what we say, it's almost impossible to expect the same kind of support from them. Understandable. Is there something we can do? Takano mutters. Unfortunately, there isn't. There's nothing anyone can do. At first, the board talked about stopping the research immediately, but after lots of convincing, they finally agreed to make it a gradual suspension over a few years. The people who helped us with the Ira institution was first created are the ones. I see. This appears to be the worst situation, but it was actually someone's hard-earned victory, huh? 3 years was the best they could do. I tried to, you know. I used your data to explain to the board and tried to make them understand how important this research is. Only 3 more years, huh? Maybe Takano doesn't understand how hard I tried to convince the new board. Because because what she just said tells me the length of time left really doesn't matter. The fact the research is being stopped. The fact is I couldn't meet her expectations and made her feel disappointed. As a man, it hurts. She's crazy as shit, dude. It's not worth it. She's not worth it, to be exact. The best I can do at this point is to route as much funding as possible towards the research so that you can research to your heart's content for that few years we have left. Sorry. I can't do anything else. That's okay. If that's the best you can do, then I'm very happy. Her words hurt me. I wish she'd choose different words, but I think that would be asking too much for someone who is so hurt. I must understand her pain at a time like this. Besides, I know how close she was to the deceased Koizumi. She even called him father. To her, his death is not just the start of a coup, or change in direction. She lost her guardian who has looked after her. No matter how hard she tries to look mean and mad and bad, she doesn't belong in this world. She is just a normal lady. But she was intrigued by the Hinamizawa syndrome, and she had to find help from someone who has more power to be able to continue the research. The dark side of the world and the world she shouldn't have been involved in extended in its hands to her. She's left all by herself in that world, and she is still trying to put on a strong-looking face. I'm sure Takano thinks I'm an unreliable man. Realistically, I'm not the kind of person who can meet her expectations, nor do I have the power to. The least I can do is offer her my sincerity of being her ally until the end. As much mobility as she has, there are times I don't know what she'll do when she is cornered. Kills people. I wanted to believe she wouldn't, but I'm concerned what she might do something at the very end. I hope I can be a support for her at the very final moment before she makes the move. But I can't even gain enough trust from her for that. How pitiful and pathetic. As a man, I want her to count on me. But that's not it. She is abandoned in this world and all alone, so someone has to be her ally. And if I'm the only one who knows about that, then it's my job to be her ally. I know her too well to know that she never asked for help. Even if she says it's unnecessary, someone has to be with her. I know that. I don't think I'm suited for that job. I'm sure that there are many reliable people out there who are better suited for the job than me. But I can't let her be alone until that person shows up. Takano, I know I'm unreliable and pathetic. What is it all of a sudden? What is it, Jiro? But I think I can be your help. So, thank you. But I don't believe that talking helps you feel better emotionally. Sorry. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're concerned. I really am. Okay, that's fine. I'm always on your side. Please believe that, okay? Okay, I will. If you think of a good idea to convince the board, please let me know, okay? Sure. I'll do my best. Why is it? I know she's such a strong person and there's nothing someone like me can do to help for her. But somehow I feel like she needs help and support now. She looks as tough as usual, but only I, who has been taking pictures of her all this time, can tell. Because a viewfinder is always a window to look into someone's heart. But if I see something like that, she'll tease me again, so I won't. Anyway, I think she knows now needs support more than ever. So many fucking things. Ugh. But I'm glad I can actually see my progress being made. They haven't completed it yet, so they were only testing it, right? So let's go with this one. No, we haven't done that one yet. Not yet. It's this one. The situation has changed. Rika's father suddenly changed his mind about helping out with the research. When Rika came down with a high fever the other day, her mother wasn't happy about her daughter helping with the research. Finally blew up. I was hoping the father would convince her about the research somehow, but now he seems to be on her side. I would be too. I'd be livid. Livid. Rika's father wasn't as emotional as her mother, but he demanded we finish the research within 3 months, which is completely unrealistic. Get the fuck over yourself. Research can't have a deadline. That's out of the question. We can achieve accomplishments by using our knowledge and efforts and working for a long time. To take time away from us is like taking away what's vital to live. How could he say such a thing? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Rika's parents are saying that because they don't know anything about scientific research. However, they are the parents of the Queen Carrier after all, so we are completely lost about what to do. The testing experiments on the Queen Carrier are an essential part of the Hinamizawa Syndrome research. Her existence is the focal point of the research. To lose her is like losing a sense of direction out in open water. Rika is agreeing to help, but losing her parents' consent may deadlock the research. The situation is extremely serious. Rika's parents are only interested in finding a cure. But to me, the cure is only a small part of solving the mystery. Fuck off, Takano. I can't let her go. Are our differences causing this predicament? And it's not only them. The same is happening between Irei and I. Irei and I, not me. Fuck off. He thinks that it's inevitable to stop the research. If Rika's parents refuse to consent, that's understandable. Irei never had the determination to solve the mystery of the Hinamizawa Syndrome from the beginning. No, it's not about determination. It's about understanding boundaries that you shouldn't cross. And this is why I don't care what bullshit in her past happened. This isn't something that just can be like, oh, she had something wrong with her past. No. This is something that she just hates. She doesn't respect human life. And this is why I don't like her. This is why I hate her. He won't back down from the research assertively, but he will passively by agreeing with Rika's parents. Is that the attitude of a researcher who is after solving mysteries? He's the type of man who would step on my grandfather's research with his dirty feet. Fuck off. He is simply a coward who is in this half-heartedly. He started to feel guilty about his past when he saw blood. Honestly, if I was in the same situation in like the end and I'm able to get the gun away from Takano, I am torturing the shit out of her before she dies. Oh, I'm shooting her in the fucking kneecaps, making her walk to the nearest payphone. Second she gets there, I'm pulling her out of there, cutting the payphone cord, and like not allowing her to make a phone call and say, fuck off. You think I was actually going to let you call someone to get out of here? Nah, get the fuck out of here. I'm torturing the shit out of her. Fuck her. He isn't qualified to be even be involved in researching the Hinamizawa Syndrome. He's simply an outsider who joined in because of the client's agreement. If I were a man, he wouldn't be here in the first place. He did a great job developing a cure, but it seems that he's satisfied with it and willing to end the research. How could he feel that way? Is he satisfied that he made an accomplishment? Doesn't he care about the rest? No, that's all that matters! You make the cure, and then, you go from there. Fuck you, because you want a fucking weapon. That's what she wants. You don't have the right to dispose of my grandfather's research. You don't have a right to torture a young girl and put her through experiments that are probably going to kill her. Eventually. I can feel my guts boiling. No, Irei isn't the main person at fault. It's her, Rika's mother. If she wasn't so selfish, this wouldn't have happened. Oh yeah, she's selfish for caring about her daughter's well-being. Maybe it's partially my fault. I maintained trust through my relationships and obligations all this time. But somehow Rika's mother and I didn't get along, and so I didn't try to socialize with her. I thought it was fine because I could get along with Rika and her father. But now the mother has influenced the father and changed his decision. Yes, because believe it or not, wives have a very strong influence in relationships. Especially when they're mad. A lot of males are going to be like, shit, she's mad. I don't want to get in between them. Because nothing's scarier than getting in between a loving mother and her daughter or son. Fuck. Because it's like in nature. Mothers are extremely protective of their children. You don't want to get in between a fucking mother bear and her cub. Same principle. Fuck that shit. No thank you. How did I let that happen? The tables have turned. What a blunder. Irei tells me to talk to the office in Tokyo about what to do next. But I know once the Tokyo office finds out about this, they'll order us to stop the research. I've worked so hard to start this research. If they ever hear anything negative, they'll stop it right away. I've come too far to complete my grandfather's research. I can't let it stop. I still have a little time to think about this. I need to calm down and think carefully. I could always come up with a good idea every time I was in a tough situation. Fuck, I wouldn't have even let him begin to operate on her. I look up and close my eyes, very gently. There were times where I couldn't find a solution, but someone else came up with a simple solution. I was always able to overcome tough situations. I even endured the hell at the orphanage. I will never let that woman get in the way. Calm down. Think calmly. Calm down, Takano-mio. Someone else can come up with a better idea. But who? It's not me, it can't be Irei. Of course, nobody from the village will do. But do I talk to someone in Tokyo? No, I can't. I don't want to owe anyone a favor. Even Koizumi would be disgusted if he finds out that I couldn't solve such a simple matter myself. Ah, I know. There's someone I can talk to nearby. They're supposed to be my subordinates, so it's worth talking to them. I call the leader of the Mountain Hounds, Okanogi. The Mountain Hounds are my subordinates, but they are the self-defense force, and I'm a researcher. So we never really had a chance to interact. He did what he was supposed to do, and I did what I was supposed to. So I never even thought of discussing anything with him. But the Mountain Hounds are there to protect and support our research. Why didn't I think of talking to him before? What difficult situation. He used to speak standard Japanese, but now he has the Hinamizawa accent. I guess fitting into the region is the first thing they need to do. We may lose the Queen Carrier. Not only that, her mother may expose the secret project. Can you do something about it? I asked Okanogi rather directly. I'm not really expecting an answer, but... Okay, Mountain Hounds will take care of it. Just give it us a little time, and we'll do a clean job. Take care of it? We'll make sure the police won't be involved. We need a little time to prep. But it won't be difficult. I'm startled. In fact, Rika's mother is my enemy, and I was thinking about how I can convince her. But the leader of the Mountain Hounds, the counterintelligence unit whose duty is to protect this secret research, came up with a much simpler plan. Do you mean to kill her? To protect the secret research, I was told to do whatever is necessary. Of course, we won't do anything until we get an order. Right. This is a very simple problem to him. Rika's mother caused a problem and started to interfere with our research. Not only that, there's a chance she might talk about this research center. So they will eliminate her. No, there's not a chance you do that. Fuck off. That is stretching. That's her trying to make the situation worse than what it is. That sounds like a good idea. Can you do a good job? Fuck off. Fuck right the hell off. No, I don't care. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for her wanting to kill someone's mother. And father at that instance, because they have to kill him. Because it's suspicious as hell. It's the second... Okay, if I'm the police, I'm looking straight into that. I'm looking straight into that. Though there's not going to have any records of it, of course. But if somehow Oishi knew about that, I'm suspecting them immediately. They're getting under the harsh light of an investigation. That's why we're here. This will be the biggest job since the kidnapping of the minister's grandson. That's right. The Mountain Hounds are the ones who kidnapped the grandson of the Minister of Construction and threatened him. It's been a few years, so I completely forgot about that. Why did such a marvelous job? They did such a marvelous job then. That's right. I have the Mountain Hounds on my side. Can you get on with it right away? We could easily kill her even tonight. But that'd create too much of a fuss. We'll make it look like she disappeared. So give us a little time to make some arrangements. Just like a cat's eye under a bright light. I can feel something in the back of my eyes open up. I've been pondering how to take down my enemies or how to persuade them to my side. Yet this man came up with such a simple solution. I feel like a bird taking its first flight. How easily I can get rid of that annoying mother. All I have to do is to give an order. I am grateful to Koizumi for giving me such a wonderful subordinates. What a wonderful power he has given me. Yeah, the power to kill whoever you want. You fucking monster. I was taught that all people are equal. But if I have a power to control people's lives, then that means I'm more powerful than others. What a feeling to be above others is. See, that's why I torture the fuck out of her. To show how not equal she is. How she isn't above people. So you just want Rika's mother to disappear? Huh? Well, wait a minute. Kill her father, too. Did he ask only Rika's mother? I feel chills all over my body. If possible, maybe I should have her father disappear, too. Fuck off. Get the hell out of here. Rika is willing to help. There are no other relatives in the Furude family, so kill everyone. If both parents die, she has to depend on someone. The Ura institution can support her. We can give her status, money, protection. We can give her everything. By doing so, maybe it's possible to make her one of us, rather than having her as a helper. All my worries are melting away. That's so fucked up. That's fucked up. What I was worried about seems like a joke now. I had such powerful subordinates all this time, yet I never realized. All my tension is released. I'm starting to feel relaxed. I can feel myself calming down. I'm gonna get rid of them. Rika's parents. The Queen Carrier is my guinea pig. A guinea pig doesn't need parents. That's right. It's almost time for the Watanagashi festival. If they die on that day, people will call it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. The murder case from 2 years ago and the accident last year, they are separate incidences. Yet because they happen on the day of Watanagashi, they will call it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Then if her parents' death occur at this year's Watanagashi, it will be Oyashiro-sama's curse 3 years in a row. The miracle of Oyashiro-sama. And also the curse. I'm going to create them. This is a chance for me to ascend to godhood and play with human fate. God, fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck you. The two incidences that occurred 2 years in a row are said to be a curse, but not everyone believes that. However, if things happen 3 years in a row, then everyone has to believe. Because that would be a true curse that's created by me. I'll be Oyashiro-sama. My desire for revenge against God is coming together. Making her just disappear isn't that fun, is it? When I started to laugh, Okinogi grins to show his interest. We're going to create the curse of Oyashiro-sama. I can't just let her die. She'll be demoned away, and I'm going to enjoy dissecting her alive. Fuck off! Of Of course I won't just have fun. This will be extremely useful in the research. Fuck you. Because one of them is the previous Queen Carrier. No sympathy. None. Absolutely zero. Honestly, I don't care what happens to Takano anymore. They could pull out the worst accidents to ever happen to her. I won't care. I won't care. And she's a terrible person. Execution order. Within my heart, I was prepared for something to happen tonight once again. The first year, the workers were stirred into a frenzy, killing and dismembering that old guy. Second year, the Hojo couple was killed through a fake accident. During the dam protest, only the people who were hated by the villagers as their enemies died on the day of Watanagashi. I knew some people in the village called the incidents the curse of Oyashiro-sama. I thought now that the dam protests were over, there was a meeting for their criminals to be killed on the night of the festival. If that were true,